I will say that there are people that also don't know how to steer a conversation properly, where they will bring up something that neither one of you wants to talk about. One of the number one things people bring up, because no one knows anything about anything, is work or school. People bring up work or school. It's like, oh, I'm going to talk to this girl. And I know nothing about her. I'm like, hey, how's it going or whatever? What's your name? Cool. Like, what do you do for work? Or what do you do for school? Or do you go to school? What are you taking in school? And you start talking about that kind of bullshit. No one cares. Even they don't care. Don't talk about that shit. Talk about something else. Say like, I'm new to this area. Where's the best place to eat around here? Or what does it do for fun around here? Those are way better conversation starters, because now they're gonna tell you things that they like versus things that's like, oh, I work at, I don't know, Target, or I work at Starbucks or some bullshit. It's like, all right, sick. What's that like? She doesn't care, and neither do you. You don't care. You're just trying to get the conversation to continue on. No one cares about those two things specifically. Like, you'll care about them you'll care to know them, right? You'll care to know them. But I'd rather talk about, let's say, for example, if I said to you guys, like, besides Smash, what do you like to do for fun? That's a way better conversation starter versus saying, besides Smash, what do you do for work? Because you might be like, oh, I work in landscape, or I work at a retail store, or I work doing whatever. And say, okay, so if you work at these things, like, you're gonna tell me about your work? Or what do you do as a landscaper? Oh, I shovel dirt all day and I get sweaty and it's hard work and I come home and I'm just tired. Now we're just talking about being like sad and depressed, because no one's ever talking about work. And it's like, this is the greatest thing in the world. It can happen sometimes, but it's very, very rare. That's how people talk about their work. Most people talk about work as something that they don't like. This is how it is. Versus if I say, what do you want to do? Or what do you like to do for fun? You're going to tell me something that makes you energetic, something that you're passionate about, that you care about with regards to this conversation. If I say, what do you do for fun? And you say, I really like to go paintballing. That's what you like to do. Or I love to go go-karting. Or I love to go to the skate park. Or I play guitar and I love to perform live music. Those are way better things to talk about, because you can actually maybe show off a skill that you have or something that you're passionate about. And you're also going to talk about and have the inflection in your voice that you actually care about what you're talking about. If somebody wants to talk to me about music and they say, what's your favorite kind of music? Or what type of music do you like to listen to? I'll rattle off a couple of different types and I'll ask them what they like. And if they tell me a type of music, more often than not, people don't like to say that they like metal, but if someone says that they like rock, I'll be like, okay, so give me some examples of rock. And they mean metal more often than not. It's like, bro, you literally are wearing Converse and you have spacers. You don't have to tell me rock because I'm black. Come on, bro. You can say that you like Threat Signal. You can say that you like All That Remains. You can say that you like Bring Me the Horizon. You can say that shit. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I asked. I'm also not blind. So you can say this stuff and we can have a conversation about it. With regards to music, if we're going to talk about that, it's like, oh, so you like metal? Do you play? And they'll say, okay, yeah, I play guitar. It's like, well, what kind of guitar do you have? And they're looking at me like, you don't know anything about guitar. So I'm just going to say something like basic. And then they say, oh, I play a Strat or something, which is like not necessarily a lie. But it's like, okay, well, I have a Schecter Damien Elite 8-string and I play gent on it. They're like, what? You said all kinds of things that no one is supposed to know. Maybe we can actually talk about this and be passionate and horny. What do you mean by that, bro? I didn't say that last part, bro.
What do you mean by that?
I didn't say that last part. They can talk passionately about their topic. That's what I meant to say. I'm just saying, if we're gonna have a chance to talk to somebody about music rather than the fact that they work at a fucking Walgreens, what do you guys want to talk about really? Do you want to talk about your favorite type of music, or the fact that you've been working on a song, or that you're trying to like put stuff out on like SoundCloud or Apple Music or whatever? Or do you want to talk about being a cashier? What's more fun? But like, here's the thing. Even let's say we'll continue on with the music stuff. Let's say, for example, we're talking about music because that's something that me and somebody else care about out of pure luck, because I asked them what they like to do for fun and they said music. I didn't tell them to say that. I said, what, you pick anything you want. They said music. It's like, okay, do you have anything online? Do you have any music videos? Do you have anything on SoundCloud or whatever? Do you perform live? Oh, you perform at this fucking bar every Thursday? I'll come to this bar. Now you go to this bar and you see them play and you meet their friends, they meet your friends or whatever. And all that happened because you didn't talk about being a fucking cashier. Like, is it just me that knows how to do this? I think so. I think it's just me. The right conversation starter is important. Of course it is, bro. That's why people always also like seem miserable as well too, because you ask them about things and they default to like, you say, how's it going? It's like, oh, it's going okay. This happened to me at the gym today, almost, but I didn't let it happen. I said, fuck you, bitch. Not really, but I could have. There's a guy at the front desk. I'm like, how's it going? He's like, oh, it's going. Like, almost in an attempt to try and drag me into being like, oh, well, you know, like, whatever day it is. The week just started, like, I'm tired too, and it's only Tuesday. Like, well, Thankfully, the end of the day is going to happen soon, that we can finally go home. Like, so it's talking about how shit it is right now. That's the whole conversation, essentially. No, why the fuck would I want to talk about that? That's what people default to. People default to being miserable, default to being depressed, default to being sad, default to the I don't care, I just want to get out of the situation as a conversation. Why don't people default to today was a fantastic day, or I can't wait? Let's say, you know what, maybe today right now at work does suck. But the conversation could actually be like, how's it going? And you can be like, I'm super excited for tonight. Has nothing to do with work. So, oh, why? Why are you excited for tonight? What's gonna happen? Tell me about your night. Tell me about it. Then they'll tell you. Be like, oh, I'm super excited for tonight because tonight is my first night of intramural soccer. Or fucking, not intramural. I guess it'd be intramural. Maybe, or like co-ed soccer or something like that. My first time doing this thing and I'm super excited. Or this movie just came out and I'm going to see it as soon as I get off of work. I'm hyped. Oh, we're gonna talk about this movie now. We're gonna talk about intramural soccer now. Versus being like, work right now blows ass. And I want to die. Out of games, it's literally what you've done. You've blown ass. What do you mean by that, bro?
What do you mean by that?
No. No, I know what you mean. That's the thing, though. It's like it's a part of life. Blowing ass is a part of life that people don't realize that they're doing all the time. Can I say that? I'm going to jail. Probably. No, people, they default. They default to being in a bad mood because it's reciprocated more easily. I don't have to talk to you if you think that I'm miserable. And I don't even want to talk to you. So I'm going to just portray being miserable, even though I'm fine, even though I'm literally fine. Oh man, it's funny. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's funny because I don't care. I'm a ruthless bitch. It's funny to me when I see how badly people struggle at having conversations. I'm just going to be honest. I just am going to be honest because it's not hard. The thing is, just like anything else in life, it's something that has to be practiced. People don't practice it. And I don't mean practice it like, oh, I'm going to go talk to a stranger every single day and practice having small talk. I mean, practice it, or I should say, instead of practice, study it. People don't study how to have a conversation. People don't think, hey, if I just come in with this voice inflection versus this voice inflection, people are going to think, oh, this person's in a good mood, or this person's like going through it. I don't want to talk to this person because they don't want to talk to me. It's almost like you have a superpower in a sense. You have the force with your voice. You have the force, you have the ability to be like, today is the greatest day of your life because I'm here. You're welcome for this right now. The reason why is because you're going to think back about this later, right before you go to bed, and laugh and remember me for the rest of your fucking life. Just walk away. They're like, what the hell is that? It's like, I don't know, but now you're gonna remember this moment forever. I'm not saying you have to swear at them, but you could. But it's like coming in with a little bit more heat, almost a little bit more excitement with what you're talking about. That just makes it more enjoyable for you, more enjoyable for them, and that's all it really is to it. I'll say for example, there was this guy that used to work at my old gym, and basically every single time somebody would walk into the gym, he'd be like doing his work, whatever. They'd come in and he'd be like, oh shit. And then he like dap them up, whatever, start popping off, say their name, but like, yo, I'm so happy that you're here today. This is gonna be the best workout of your life. And I'm not even gonna be working out. I'm gonna be excited for you. Literally pop off just because he could. And then everyone was always happy when he was there. It's like you could not get from the stairs to the front of the desk, past the desk, without laughing. If he did that, he'd kill himself. Probably not, but maybe. Probably not. But that's just kind of the energy that he brought. Whether or not he had to or not, and I'll say just based on where he worked, he didn't get more money for doing that. He wanted to be able to put everyone in a good mood. So for example, if you came into the gym, he was working on the computer and he just scanned and walked by, he'd be like, so it's like that. So it's like that. I see. You think you can just come into my gym without giving me a high five? Let's try this again. Go back. Come back in, give me a high five. Then you can have a fantastic day. It's like, yo, what's going on? But that's just how he was. It had to be done. And that's the thing. It's like, because of that, everybody knew his name. Everybody liked him. Tons of friends. Great guy, great day, great life. You're the first person who seems to know what they're talking about and has actually inspired me, not gonna lie. But I'm not a licensed therapist. Keep that in mind. Don't forget, that one guy on my YouTube video did say that. If you listen to my whatever I'm saying, which is not even therapist ass advice, if you take my advice, you might die. In which case, I'm gonna go to jail. So don't do that. Oh my, he is insane. He just is mental, mate. He just is insane. Therapist ass. You don't know that? It's the derivative plural noun of therapistic. No? I did it wrong. I think I fucked that up. Guys, I'm gonna start the stream over. I fucked it up.